Hey, 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 hey. What's happening, everybody? We got another live going on tonight. Glad to have you guys here. Let's get this party started. I see you in there, Melvin. Hello, hello, and melanated diasporan. What's happening? What's happening? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, we'll get going here in just a little bit. So, everybody's been doing okay? Hope everybody's been doing well. But yeah, life is good. Life is wonderful. So just enjoying it now. So you know, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing, most definitely. So yeah, Ancient of Days, what's up? What's up, Ancient of Days? Good to have you. Glad to have you here. So most definitely, I am Reginald Ku Akaru, and I am the founder of Kemetic Centered Living. And what I do is I help former Christians and Christians too, because I know there's a lot of them on my channel that be lurking, get over negative Christian programming so that they can live life boldly, authentically, and on their terms without guilt or shame. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal because I know a lot of people when we're coming up through Christianity, we're like taught that life is to be endured, not to be enjoyed. You know, and if you're having too much fun, that probably means you're sinning. So we got to get rid of those kind of ideas. So we got to enjoy life. But you know, the other part of that is that we have to be bold enough to make life what we want, because we're so often taught that we have to accept things as they come, or we have to like just basically, uh, um, I don't know, just melt into the fabric of the world and just let life happen, you know. And through Kemetic Centered Living, what I've learned is that you can create life, and you can literally create life on your terms. What you have to have is a strong, strong belief that it's possible. And when you learn these principles, you understand what is truly possible in your life and what is possible for you. Life does not happen to you. It does not happen to you. Life happens through you, and it is a reflection of you. Okay, so that's one of the biggest things that I've learned and have practiced for years through my Kemetic Centered Living, is that I am a creator. Okay, and I create my life. And my biggest thing is, and all of us, is that we have to understand our ability to be able to do that. And a lot of times, what we do is we've been taught to live through our doubts and fears as Christians, and we look at the world as this thing that's happening, and you can be unsure about what's going on. But man, when you really get it down, life is amazing. Life is amazing. Rather Creator is here. What's happening? What's happening? Good to have you, Rather Creator. There's Bo Vibes. What's happening, my daughter? Good to have you here. Good to have you here. I see Shelby. What's up? What's up? I see all my people's Montreal. What's happening, brother? What's happening? So all of the AMR family, American Rewire family is in the house. Good to have you guys. The man is in the house. What's up? What's up? Eugene Dorsey, what's happening? Good to have you guys. So yeah. Uh-oh, Shelby, that solar return is here. We got a birthday girl in the house. Well, happy solar return. Happy solar return. That's right, Taurus. We are not victims. Dulce Maria, she's in the house. What's up, Dulce Maria? So no, we are not victims. And that's the thing, man, is that that we come from a perspective, have been taught a perspective, again, that life is happening to us. But when we really get the Kemetic ideas down, you understand that you're here for a reason and you're here to shift the negative to the positive. You know, when things happen bad, that's usually a signal for you that there's something that you need to learn or something that you need to change, you know? And if the more you fight it, the harder it is, you know? And boy, don't I know that because I'm a stubborn one. Man, I mean, life just, I've got been kicked down and kicked around and all of that by life, you know? But when I get it, I get it. You know? And guys, that's the same for all of us. And when we deal with all these isms, man, racism, sexism, you know, all these isms, they are things that we are to learn to overcome, you know. We're not to let those things take us down, you know, mentally, you know, physically, spiritually. Man, we're supposed to overcome that. And we're supposed to find a way to do that. Because it's like life is like this, you know. It's like this pen I have here. Okay. Every part of everything, every event that happens in life, there's a good side and there's a bad side. No matter what it is. I don't care what it is. There's always those two poles on every event. Now it's like which one of these poles are you going to focus on? Okay. That's really your choice and your superpower, you know, because no matter what goes on in life, there is always the good and the bad. Always the good and the bad. There's this it's just there. It's just that's the way the universe is constructed, is that we got those opposites or those polarities that are always there, you know, and you have the power to choose which polarity that you're going to focus on. And you focus on what you focus on is what you're going to get in return, get returned back to you. Always. It's just that's just natural law. Okay? Just natural law. Plain and simple. The Eternal, what's going on? What's going on? Good to have you. I just want to have. Shelby says it's liberating. What's liberating, Shelby? What's liberating? That birthday? Oh, I know that's right. I know that's right. So yeah. But yeah, that's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about, really creating life on your terms and not just giving into it, man. It's just we struggle with that a lot of times. It's rawlicious. Thank you, Adrian. Gave $9.99 off the bat, priming that pump. Priming that pump. There you go. There you go. So yeah. She says the truth of what I teach. Thank you, Shelby. I appreciate that. It is liberating. It absolutely is. And that's what I try to tell people so often, that this stuff is not theoretical for me, you know. And the people that grasp it and the people that start to apply it, they recognize that it's not theoretical either. And it is so liberating, man. It is so empowering, you know, that you get away from this idea that you're gonna get punished for something, or you're gonna get sent to hell, or you never know when God's on your side or when He's punishing you. You know, that's not a part of our reality any longer. You know, we always know the universe is on our side. Always. The universe wants to give you whatever you desire. You just usually have to move your mind and your thoughts and your negative beliefs out of the way for it to happen. Okay? When you do that, bam, man, stuff just starts to come. It happens over and over and over. I done seen it over and over and over. People in the class over and over and over. Man, it is amazing. And it is so wonderful and empowering, and yes, absolutely liberating. So no doubt, no doubt. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about contrast and polarities. Absolutely. And a lot of times it is the negative contrast or the negative polarity that helps us define what it is that we want from the positive polarity. Because sometimes we might not have a direction, but we know we don't want this over here, you know? But once you know you don't want that over there, then you can start to say, okay, well, let me shift what I want, you know? So that negative sometimes can help you define what you want and what direction that you want to go in, because you might not know. You might not know. So that's how it is. That's how it is. But the bottom line is you have the power to create. You know, we are made in the image of the Creator. Okay. A lot of people have taken that to be the image is the physical image, but the creator is not physical. Okay. It's not a human at all. Okay. So if that image is, if we're made in that image and it's not human, it's not a physical thing, then what could that image be? That's man, that's so powerful. So powerful to think about and realize what it is. You know, it is amazing. It's amazing. Let's see. Are your classes live online groups? T. Twyman, they're the classes. It's a self-paced class, and then monthly we have like a Zoom meeting where we meet up and we talk about the ideas, or just talk about what's happening in life and how to apply these ideas. But the information is something that is asynchronous in that you can just take it when it's convenient for you. So it's not like a physical meeting every day or every week. So, but every month we do actually get together and then we'll meet up and then we'll talk in a Zoom meeting and talk about these ideas and how we can apply them. Okay. So thank you for asking that question. Most definitely, most definitely. But you can go to AfricanMindRewired.com. So the class right now is closed, but you can get on the waiting list and get notified. Get notified. See, God and the universe is the same. Does God have a gender? No, God is not human. Okay. So that's who's that Shen Quell fight. So no, God is not human. Okay. So good question, but no. And that's the thing that our ancient African ancestors always knew that they would use human characteristics to describe non-human things, to give you an idea of what those things were like or how they function. Okay, that's what the ancient African netters are about. Okay, that they would literally give you, they would tell you that God sees all. Okay, doesn't mean that God has eyes. It means that God is aware, okay? Or what we call God is aware. They didn't even call it God. The better term is the all because it's everything, okay? It's this pen, you know. It's this marker. It's this shirt. It's me. It's you. All of us and everything is God in another form, okay? So it's not human. Can't be, okay? Cannot be the thing that we see. Okay, has to be something bigger than that. All right, but great question. Great question. Thank you for asking that. Let's see. Let's see. JT Warren says, "As I've ever gotten older, says people are so selfish. Why is that? It's about me, 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 me. You know what, JT? On some level, it's supposed to be about you, you, you. You know, we are taught a lot of times that we're supposed to. Well, let's take the biblical ideas: love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay, really, it should read the other way. You should love yourself, and then you can love your neighbor. You have to take care of you first. And especially with women, man, women are always and have always been taught that they should be like sacrificial lambs. They should take care of everybody in the family. They should take care of the husband, the boyfriend, the children, the mother, the daughter. They should take care of everybody before they take themselves. They put themselves last. That's not how it's supposed to work, because it's only when you take care of you that you can put your best foot and your best self forward. You know, you can't give from an empty vessel. So it's not a negative thing to be selfish. That's natural. Okay, that's a natural thing that we are self-centered. Okay, but that doesn't mean that we can't extend outside ourselves and look to help others. But you can only do that from a place of strength. A lot of times we look at we got two people struggling, and then we expect somebody to help the other person that's struggling. Two struggling people cannot lift each other up. It just doesn't happen that way. Okay, so it's not necessarily a negative thing that you're looking at that you're self-centered or selfish. Okay, but it should not be at the expense of others. Okay, that's one way I would put that. Okay, so but thank you for that statement. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know, some of those things that we are taught as in religion and really a lot of spiritual systems they can really be detrimental to us, you know, because man, you're a God in human form, and you are supposed to take care of you. You're supposed to create life in a way that suits you. So in that sense, yes, you're supposed to be selfish. Create life in a way that suits you. But when you love yourself, you can't hate on another person who's loving their self. You give them the room to love themselves, and you both can meet on the same level of vibration, you know? So that's the thing you got to look at. All right. Michael Peaks, he changed it up, changed it up. So he's changed his name. Said, thank you, Michael Peaks. Gave $20. Says the class and coursework, if you work it and apply it to your life, that's my testimony. So yes, sir. All right. Michael Peaks says Ancient of Days. All right, all right. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. All right. He's in the house. And Michael Peaks is always generous, man. Always. So I definitely appreciate you, brother. Priming that pump. Priming that pump. So for sure, for sure. All right, all right. Okay. So we got any other questions? Any other questions? And you know, one of the things I want to do too, you know, a lot of times I talk about people and their negative comments that happen here on the channel, but I need to recognize too that, man, there are so many of you that are so supportive and have been to me for a long time. And I so appreciate you guys, and you guys that are uplifting and encouraging, because there's a lot. I recognize that a lot of the stuff that I put out can be really polarizing for people because it's not going along the way that society always says, you know. And sometimes I go against the grain with that, and I get that. But when you're living it, it just makes sense, you know. So you guys that have been supportive, man, I am so grateful for all of you guys, and I want to thank you so much for that. So there's more of you that are supportive on this channel than are not, and I definitely need to make sure that I recognize that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's see. Anybody? Any questions? We got. Okay, I guess that means I got to go sing and strip. Da, 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 da. No, I'm not. Watch all the questions start flooding in. Like, no. Oh man, no, I won't do that. I won't do that to y'all. You know, there's some things you just can't unsee. Oh man, oh that would be too funny. But who's that? I think it was Heru that gave that those 1,000 pesos. I thought it was $1,000. I was like, dang. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Dwayne Howard gave $20. Thank you, Dwayne. Definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. And I know I had some other ones that were on Cash App that gave last week, and I wanted to recognize those two. Lakeisha Moore, she gave $49.99 on Cash App. So thank you, Keisha. And then Brenda Shambliss gave $20. Ava Jackson gave $11.11. And Nelquan Jones gave 19. So thank all of you guys. I appreciate y'all and y'all's giving. So most definitely. Let's see. JT says, what are your thoughts on some atheists believing there was a historical Jesus, that he was an apocalyptic prophet? You know, during my atheistic days, I believe that too. But I had no other information to disprove that or anything like that. So in my days, my early days of being an atheist, we just assume that all the information that people are putting out that is factual and that is based on that is backed up by factual knowledge. But there's no archaeological evidence. You really, if you take away the Bible, there is nothing outside of the Bible that can prove that Jesus existed. Not one thing. Now they talk about the Shroud of Turin and all this stuff, but it's all of it is just it's make believe, and it's people, they're wanting to prove that narrative. But I get it, and I understand that atheists and non-atheists alike, they assume that all the information and knowledge has been passed down about Jesus is historical. So it's just, but it's all of us kind of wrapped in this, what do you call it? This web of Christianity. We're all immersed in it. Even if we're not Christians, we're in the United States, especially, we're immersed in Christianity. You know, so we're all immersed in that belief system. And a lot of people have not studied or went to see if that information is real or not. You know, so they just accept the societal beliefs in a sense. So whether you're atheist or not, you accept those. So I get it, definitely, most definitely. Jeru says, what are your thoughts on the white philosophers and holy people using Kemetic thoughts and practices on the mainstream, but not saying what it is? Well, I don't know who those are, but these principles are universal. So I like the Kemetic framework because it also removes the Christian programming and stuff. But these Kemetic principles are universal, and they can fit many systems. Matter of fact, a lot of it is probably from African systems anyway. So these universal principles, they can work in many different forms. So for me, if it's working for them, use it. You know. So I don't have a problem with it. So I think it should be something that works for the betterment of society. I don't have any problem if people want to do white people want to do my classes or whatever. If they want to do them and they come in to learn, I have no problem with it at all. So this stuff is for humanity, and it can make everybody better when they apply the knowledge. Okay, so that's my thoughts on that one. So good question, good question. Is this the African Mind Rewiring class? No, this is not. So this is the live. So our class is separate from this. So this is the live. So no, this is not the class. So good question. Good question. Let's see. Nikki Henderson says your thoughts about morals coming from human, but that the universe only working from karma, like the universe not being judgmental. Yeah, the universe is human is definitely. I mean, morality is a human construct, but you got to think morality changes depending on on our belief systems. Because it was moral to own slaves years ago. Okay, it was immoral for white and black people to marry years ago. So morals change, and they always are. But from a Kemetic perspective, morality is I don't know. From a Kemetic perspective, it's not about morality. It is about you developing yourself as a soul. And sometimes the lessons that we have to learn, what we consider as morality, again, it can shift over time in different time periods. So morality is not static. Okay. So from that perspective, we one day we could be doing 10 years ago we could be doing one thing and it's immoral, and then 10 years later it's moral. You know, so there's no, that's a man-made construct. I guess that's the best way I can put that. It's a man-made construct. Judy Smith, what's going on? Antoine Broomfield says, do you feel affirmations are a type of prayer? They are an aspect of prayer, absolutely. So prayer, the way Anton, the prayer is not the ritual. It's the feeling, okay? It's the emotions. It's the signals that you send to the universe. With that being said, you are always praying, okay? Always. So affirmations absolutely are a type of prayer. I guess you could put it that way. So yes, absolutely, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. Let's see. Let's see. I have a question. Do you think that Egypt was infiltrated and that's why the culture isn't being continued like it once was? I don't know what you mean. If it was infiltrated and continued like it once, things change. I mean, nothing is ever static. So people, cultures, and I don't know, areas can change people. So the people that are in Egypt now, the Arabic people that are there were not the same people as 3,000, 4,000 years ago. Just like the people here in the United States here now are not the same people that were in the United States 4, 5, 600 years ago. So people change. So that's just how it is. Let's see. Lauren B says, "Good evening, sir. I was wondering about 9 ether beings. Is that belief true?" I'm not familiar with that. I've heard the name. I don't know what it means. It's not something I've ever looked up. So I don't know. I can't tell you. Okay. So I've heard that term, but don't know what it means. Keep spreading love and knowledge. Win, lose, or draw. Thanks for giving. Appreciate that, Demond Miller. Thank you so much for saying that. Appreciate the support. Do you follow Billy Carson teachings? I have no idea who Billy Carson is, so never heard the name. So no, that's short answer to the question. So don't know who that is. I don't follow anybody's teachings. Let's see, another question. Do you get downloads? Absolutely, all the time. I get downloads while I'm here talking to you guys all the time. So there's things that will come through me when I'm answering questions that will flow through me. People can ask me about it. 2 days later, I can't even remember what it was or what it was that I said. They have to remind me. So yeah, all the time. That's just part of life. That's just natural. Guru Quest says, "Do you believe that frequency energy on the planet is forcing people to wake up?" It's not a forcing thing. The energy, this is never a forcing thing. You always have a choice. Okay, it's just like I was saying about this pen. You always have a choice of which polarity that you want to choose to live life from. So the energy is not forcing people, but let's just say that it's more amenable to waking up. Okay, there's more positive energy, and I've heard that the sector that our universe is flowing through right now, not our universe, that our solar system is flowing through right now, just has it's a more positive energetic sector. Okay, so it's just more amenable to people waking up and raising that vibration, because that's really what it's about. Great question. So like that one, most definitely. Let's see. Jay Chambers says, "Do you think our people will ever wake up and realize they've been lied to about Christianity and beliefs?" Will everybody wake up? No, that's not ever going to happen. But we don't need everybody to wake up. We just need enough. So it's not about us even trying to wake up people. It's about us waking up ourselves. And once we learn it, then the thing is that a lot of people think that it's us going out and talking to people and waking them up. Us yapping and saying, "Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up." That's not going to do it. What happens is that when we wake up, we literally upload our consciousness to the universal consciousness. Okay. And then when people reach that vibration, they can download that information. Okay. So it's not about what you say, it's who you are being and who you become. That's what changes the world. And it's when people reach those levels of vibration, they can download that information through their energetic vibration, and then they have the ability to change too. Okay. But as far as being lied to, again, it's the battle that we were all brought here to overcome. So a lot of people are waking up to what Christianity is. Okay, a lot of people are, and that's not going to stop happening. It's going to be more church. The churches are dwindling. They are dwindling. Okay, and church. What do you call it? Not viewership. The people that are going to church, the numbers are dwindling every year. Okay, so people are already waking up to it. It's just not going to happen overnight. But it's happening. It's definitely happening. Okay. Let's see. The Cat-Eyed Oracle, $10. Give $10. Thank you very much, the Cat-Eyed Oracle. Definitely appreciate you. Let's see. Ma'am, Nam. I said, this is the man. That's what he told me. The man spelled backwards. But anyway, it says, "Is it me, or when I lay down to sleep at night, I always travel to places I grew up as a child? Is that normal?" Is that normal for you? Yeah. So absolutely, it's normal. It's normal for you. And this is the thing you got to understand. A lot of times our spiritual experiences aren't like everybody else's. They aren't normal, but they're real. Okay? They are your real experiences. And you shouldn't filter it through an idea that it has to fit somebody else's idea. Because what that does is it ends up cutting you off from the knowledge and information or downloads that you can get. Because you're already filtering it through a negative perspective that, oh, is this normal? Man, that can't, is that right? You're doubting it. Don't. But that information, those dreams, a lot of times they have knowledge for you. And and if you're you're going through something, going to places in the past, that's how that's how your dreams tell you about time. If it's something past, present, future, whatever, your dreams don't say, oh man, well now you're in the past. No, they'll give you a picture of something that was a part of your past, and then you say, oh, so this was something in my past. This was a mindset that I had in my past, or that I brought from my past to my present. So that's the way that you one of the ways you can look at interpreting those ideas. But is that normal? Sure, it's absolutely normal for you. Okay, so don't think that it's weird because you're doing something, because something different is happening that doesn't happen for everybody else. We have to get into the mode that we can validate our own experience, our own inner experience, and be okay with it, and not have to bring and think that everything has to be objective. And when I say so, our inner experience is subjective, and the experience that we all see outside of us is objective. Okay, and the more that we can get into the ideas of my subjective experience is real and valid, whether it's agreed on objectively or not, we're all going to be better off. You're going to feel more empowered when you can accept your subjective experience before you start to agree with everybody's objective experience. Okay? So the objective experience is just part of the game that we play, that we come to play here on Earth. If you look at life is like a game. It's just part of the game that we play here on Earth. All right. Good question. Good question. All right. How do you heighten your chakras? Nicole, I know we do talk about that in my class. So that might be something you need to come to class, but I don't know if I can give like a short answer for how do you heighten your chakras. But your man, life is being reflected to you, or your experience a lot of times is being reflected to you through how you're filtering energy through your chakras. And usually we are captured in our lower level chakras. So we have 7 chakras that's a part of our physical body. The 3 lower chakras are basically tuned to our outside world, okay, our physical world. The heart chakra is the middle, is the mediator, and then the other 3 chakras above the heart chakra are connected to our spiritual world, okay? But the heart chakra connects them both. But you're always living life through your chakras and through your energy all the time, all right? But good question, good question. Let's see. Do you think the metaverse is going to affect the frequency because it's reaching in the conscious mind? Jeru, not sure what you mean by the. Are you talking about the former Facebook metaverse? Is that what you mean? But there's nothing outside of you that has power to take over your conscious mind. Okay, so now you can allow things to, because of your beliefs, you can allow things to gain power over you, I guess, because you believe that it has more power over you. But as soon as you change your mind, it doesn't have power over you. Okay, so nobody can overtake you unless you allow that. Okay. All right. Good question. Good question. Thank you. LP gave $9.99. Thank you, LP. Definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Boy, Shay, you are on it tonight, girl. You got the questions and everything like flowing. So Rada Creator says, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. It says, Teach, would you explain the experience of sleep paralysis one more time? I'm still a bit unclear about it. Yeah, just physically, sleep paralysis is when you're in between sleeping and waking up, and like the chemicals in the brain have not worn off to where you can like move, but you are aware that you're wanting to wake up, but you're in between stages. That's what sleep paralysis is. You're because when you're asleep and dreaming, you're literally paralyzed, or you would be acting out all of your dreams. You know, you would literally be moving. If you was running in your dreams and you didn't have those chemicals that induce paralysis, you would literally be running in your dreams in the bed. You know, I know I saw this when I was studying psychology years ago that they actually took a part of a cat. They actually took a part of their brain out, and they didn't have the sleep paralysis that could be induced. And that cat was asleep, and that cat was flying all over. I mean, jumping around and flying and kicking and all over the place. But it's just basically being between two stages, okay, of sleeping and waking. But you're aware that you are awake. And I find that like when I have sleep paralysis, and I know a lot of people look at it as something negative, but it's not. But I know usually my the times when I have sleep paralysis the most are when I'm laying on my stomach. I don't know why that is, but if I'm laying on my stomach, for some reason I get sleep paralysis. That happens to me more, and I've never figured out why that is. So, but yeah, but not a negative thing necessarily, not a negative thing at all. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Can you speak to using KCL to break bad habits and create new habits? I tried, but it feels something. Not sure what you mean by let's see, but I mean as just as far as I know, we have the like the pancake method and stuff like that helps you to excuse me. The pancake method is a tool that you can use to actually help you with the negative thoughts and stuff, or creating or changing negative thoughts. So I don't know if that's what you mean, but we can definitely talk about that. You can ask me that in the Zoom meeting, D, and we can get that definitely get deeper with that. So I think we got one up coming up the next couple of weeks. See is let's see. Sorry nobody says I've come to understand why it's important to take classes about these subjects and matters. Cool, cool. Yeah, for me, I'm always learning something, and if somebody has a skill or some knowledge that can help me shortcut the process, man, I'm on it. You know, I'm buying a class or some training or whatever. I'm always doing that. You know, I have been one of those ones that I will spend hours going over YouTube videos and all this other kind of stuff. But man, that takes a whole lot of time. And nowadays, I don't have a lot of time. So I want to get to something or somebody that can help me shortcut the process and help me learn something quicker, because they already have a skill and an insight about it that's really helpful. So I definitely agree. So the people who try to shortcut it and be cheap, all it's doing is you're just wasting time. Just wasting time. Let's see. Do you believe there were two suns? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible. This is possible. So yeah. Says, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm finally catching one of your lives. I've learned so much from you. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate you, LP. Thank you. Thank you for those kind words. Most definitely. All right, Shelby gave 19.99. Thank you, Shelby. Definitely appreciate you. Says, is it necessary to perform daily rituals in order to connect with our ancestors? Nope. Is an ancestral altar imperative for ancestral worship or veneration? Nope. I tend to speak to them throughout my day. Yeah, it's just, speaking to your ancestors. Listen, we are taught to frame things a certain way, okay? Because ultimately, Shelby, you are your ancestors, okay? You were them in the past, okay? So can you connect to that energy now? Absolutely, positively. But you don't need altars and all that kind of stuff to do that. That's just a natural process and a natural part of you. So these rituals and all this stuff that people it's like they want to put a barrier up to how easy it is to be spiritually human, you know? And you don't need to do that. It's not necessary. Now, can these things help you focus and put you in a certain mood or vibration? Absolutely. And if they help you do that, use them. But don't think that you have to be constrained by doing things a certain way. Do it the way that makes it simple and easy for you. Now, I don't care what it is. Do it the way that makes it simple and easy for you. Push the easy button and keep it moving. That's the best way I can put that. Don't make it hard. Spirituality should not be hard. I know within Christianity we're taught it's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to struggle and sacrifice. No, life is supposed to be fun. Find that easy button and push it. Now, does that mean that there's not going to be consequences? Absolutely not. There's going to be consequences to everything you do, good and bad. But you just learn from them. That's what you do. Okay? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Where did the first human being emerge from? As far as I know, in my science classes, it was in Africa. So the what is it called? The something ridge. I forget what it's called, but southeastern Africa is basically the area that I'm talking about. So all humanity can trace their roots back to Africa. So everybody, every race can trace their roots back to Africa. All right, Ruben. Ruben gave $20. Says peace and love and abundance manifestation. KCL family. Thank you, Ruben. Definitely appreciate you, brother. Definitely appreciate you. So most definitely, most definitely. All right. Says Shauna A, do you think it could be astral projections to different dimensions? Oh, I don't think I know. No, that's man, I was watching I went to watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse. And guys, I'm telling you that people be giving us information and it be in plain sight, and we just think it's entertainment. But they were talking and explaining what dreams are, and the movie started out with Doctor Strange, and he was fighting this big huge monster with this, and this he was trying to save this little young girl, and all of a sudden he wakes up from his dream. And he's like, oh, and he woke up, got dressed, went to work, did his thing, and ended up seeing the girl a little bit later. Says, I know you, you know, I've seen you somewhere before. I've seen you in a dream. And she says, that wasn't a dream. You were in another world. So literally, when you're dreaming, your consciousness has left your body, a part of it anyway, has left your body, and you're literally traveling to other worlds. That's what happens. Our thinking about consciousness and who we are is so limited. We think that this is the totality of this body, is the totality of who we are, and it's not. This is a small little part, okay, of who we are. Our soul is multidimensional. We are multidimensional. Our consciousness is multidimensional, and it can travel. Our body doesn't travel, but our consciousness can travel worlds in an instant. Okay? We can travel to other planets and places, other dimensions that are not physical in an instant. And we just think, oh, man, that was a dream, But your imagination is literally previews. Your imagination, if you imagine yourself as a millionaire, do you realize you're literally tapping into yourself as a millionaire? You just have not learned the knowledge or gained whatever you need to do to reach that vibration and to reach that level. But if you cannot imagine it, then it cannot be. But if you can, it's possible. And that's what I'm teaching. Well, the stuff that I'm teaching in my classes, I'm telling you, you guys, y'all are so powerful, and you've been taught something totally different. Your imagination is a preview of whatever it is that you desire in your life, whether that be good or bad. If you focus on negative stuff all the time, guess what? That's where your level of vibration is going to be. And the likelihood of you manifesting something negative is going to be greater than you manifesting something positive. That's why you always got to choose which polarity that you want to access life from. Which polarity? Is it going to be the negative or the positive? Or whatever's in between. Okay? Always. But yes, you are definitely projecting into other dimensions when you're asleep. You are literally more awake when you're asleep than when you're physically walking around, because then you're just tuned to one level and one sliver of a vibrational existence. But you're literally more awake when you're asleep. You're more conscious when you're asleep, because your consciousness is then detached from your body and it's able to go and do what it naturally does. And I said naturally does. It's natural. All right. Thank you. Great question, Shauna. Great question. All right. Let's see. Nel Kwan Rashad says, can we look at ourselves as individualized netter or expression and aspects of a collective netter? No, netter, understand, a netter is just a name that we call, it's a function. Okay. So netter is not a collective thing necessarily. Netter is just a function that's personified. Okay. But netter is nature, and you are an aspect of nature, absolutely, positively. Okay. You are an individualized aspect of the creator. Okay. As far as the netter is concerned, you are the Osiris or the Asar. Okay. Your people people want to think that our soul is in our body, but in actuality, our body is in our soul. The soul is the greater existence of us. Okay. And that energetic presence is what we are. And that's our natural netter, natural part of who we are. Okay. So don't think of a netter as something that is like a container of something. It is actually an aspect or a function. That's what a netter is. Okay. Let's see. How can we connect with our ancient Egyptian roots? I'm not sure if you just like studying them. Just connect. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking there. How can you connect? Through meditation, through reading, through history. Just connect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So does teaching cast out some of these demonic spirits that exist? Romel, you're asking your question from a Christian perspective, because you assume that demonic spirits exist. And if you believe in that system of thought, then yes, they exist for you. But for people that don't believe in demons or don't exist in the system that your belief system is contained in, most of the world doesn't believe in demons. Okay. Demons are definitely a part of the Christian and the Abrahamic religious world. Okay. Because especially with the Christian world, because you are immediately imbued with an idea of original sin that you cannot escape, and the thought process that you are a negative individual just from birth. So when you do something negative, you can't even accept responsibility for what you've done negative, or else you have to, or when you do, it implies that yes, you are a bad person. So in order to try to escape being the sinful bad person, then there has to be something that overtook you and made you do what you did. The devil made me do it. That demon made me do it. Okay? It's a whole belief system that's contained in this idea of demons and spirits. You asked me the question in a way that assumes I think like you. Okay? I don't believe in demons. Okay? Demons can't possess me. Now, somebody that in your belief system, they might say I'm a demon. But that's just their belief system. And somebody that acts like me, that's what they project. But me, I'm just who I am, you know. Damn what they think. But good question. Good question. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. This class is bad. Sign up if you want to change your life. Thank you, Chris Anderson. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Definitely, definitely. Most definitely. Hey, I'm telling you, I mean, the class, again, this is stuff that changed my life. I'm just sharing with you guys how I did it and what I did to make it happen. And it's working for other people too. So, you know, it's man, it's powerful, it's life changing, it is just liberating. It's all of that. It's all of that. Okay. Sylvester Gandy gave 1111. Thank you, Sylvester. Definitely appreciate you, brother. Sylvester's in the class. I definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Let's see. Let's see. Beyond Earth Center Tarot and Oracle reading 444. Okay. In my shamanic journey, I saw Horus calling for his wife to take her place. Can you tell me who was his wife? Nope, I cannot. So the idea of Horus is again, the idea of Horus is what became Christian Jesus, and Horus is a function. It is a function of us and our natural human experience, and it's the experience of having that aha moment. That's what the function of Horus is. That's what the function of Jesus personifies. The aha moment that we have, the aha moment of enlightenment. Okay, so when you think of Horus with a consort or whatever, I've never studied where Horus has a consort necessarily. Okay. Let's see, brother. Where the Cometians and Olmecs related? Have no idea. Have no idea. So the Olmecs were African looking. So, but I don't know that. Not something that I've studied. Okay. You're a demon because you do not believe in demons. That's hilarious. You know, Judy. I mean, you know how the Christians can be, boy. They ready to name you and judge you like in a heartbeat, man. So it's just what they do. It's just what they do. So true. We create our own reality. If you believe in demons, you will meet one. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's it. We create our belief systems created. We create reality for us. Our senses are our creation that we can experience this reality. Okay? So all of that. Our thoughts and beliefs are what creates it for us. That's what we put everything's. Let's see. Why don't you believe in demons or the devil? Let's see. Why don't I believe in demons or the devil? Because I know that they are just symbolic of opposites, or the devil is just the idea of Satan is just the opposite. So I don't know. I just don't believe in them. So they're not. There is no power. It's the same as believing in the idea of a human God. I don't believe in a human God, a human like God. This big white dude in the sky waiting to strike me dead when I masturbate. Everybody's dying in the Ukraine, but oh, Reginald, hey, you masturbating? Boom, lightning strike. Like, damn, why me? But anyway, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. So yeah, so it's that all it is just figments of our imagination. Oh man. Let's see. Brother, are Aboriginal Australians and people of Papua New Guinea considered Africans? I don't know. You're asking me history questions and stuff. I don't get into history and what do you call it? All that kind of stuff. So just not my thing, Papa. So it's as far as what I know, there was some good set of books by now I can't think of it. Was so many. I've read them back in the 80s, man. I can't think, but this he had a 3-volume set where he traced the people all over the world where they came from. It's a really good set. But as far as I know, again, the Aboriginals, I mean, the dark skinned people, everybody's linked. So everybody. Uh, let's see. Yeah, Gregory King Knighton says the devil is not real. It's just used to control people. Yeah, just keep fear in you. That's all it is. So the devil is a construct. So the idea of a human God, the idea of a devil, demons, all of that are just things that we use to symbolize certain ideas. That's all it is. That's all it is. Man, 111, 111 people in the room right now. Hey, that's cool. All right, all right. Let's see. In a world full of negativity, how do you stay positive and on a higher frequency? Mr. Fade, great question. Simply choose to focus on positive. That's it. It's that simple. So you can choose to stay focused on the negative and notice all the negativity and stay down, or you can choose to focus on the positive. It's that simple. Make a choice. Make a choice of what's going to be in your world. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see. A10 Fanny says, have you ever thought of coming back to Africa? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to come to Africa to visit. Now, as far as living, I like living in the United States. So I like being able to go and get me a pizza and all that kind of stuff. Not to say they don't have pizza in Africa. I'm just saying I like my life in the United States. But am I going to go to visit? Absolutely, positively. Yeah, real soon. So in the next year or two, definitely, most definitely. Great question. Great question. Let's see. Sorry, nobody says, what is metaphysics? Great question. So if you look at the word, okay, let's just break the word down. Meta means above or beyond. Okay. So physics in this case just means is another word for physical. So metaphysics means above the physical, or as we say today, spiritual. Okay. So it's the opposite of physical. Metaphysical is above the physical or spiritual. So that's all. So metaphysics and the study of metaphysics is just things that you study that are outside the physical, outside of our physical existence. Okay. So great question. Great question. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right. And let's see, what is metaphysics and what role does it play in the physical realm? So, sorry, nobody. So, like I just explained what metaphysics is, but our physical realm comes from the metaphysical realm. So, our physical world is born from the metaphysical world. Okay, so that's how that. So, our physical world is encapsulated within the metaphysical world. Okay. So that's how you look at it. So our soul, the soul that we are, is in the metaphysical world, but we are the physical projection of our soul. Okay, we're projected into this physical reality. All right. So thank you. Again, another good question. Man, y'all got some good questions coming tonight, for real. For real, for real. What should keep them questions coming, girl? You got it rolling tonight. You got it flowing. So thank you. Excellent. Just got it going. Jamie said, who's that? Sorry, nobody's this hour. Yeah, man, we've been on daylight saving times a long time. All right. Chris Anderson gave $20. Thank you, Chris. Definitely appreciate you. Says peace and love to you all. Hit that like button. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Your mind is like a magnet. Use it to attract what you want to learn and understand about life. Absolutely. Again, it's like what you focus on, you draw the things that you want. You know, It's like thoughts are like viruses, you can think of them, okay, in a way. Thoughts are like viruses. Like thoughts are going to be attracted to like thoughts. They are going to repel unlike thoughts, okay? So if your thought process is negative, guess what? You're going to attract the thing that brings in the, or that are going to, you're going to, those thoughts and beliefs are going to congregate. You're going to notice all the things that confirm your thoughts and beliefs. Okay. So it literally takes some effort to change that. So it's not something that you can just do overnight and flip it. But it's definitely very possible for you to change that outlook. And I'm telling you, when you change that outlook, your life will be so much better. For real. You know, we've been programmed, even outside of Christianity. If you look at our television, at our news, okay, the news that we get is usually the more hyped stuff we get is the negative news, because they know that's what is going to sell people on watching that news channel. Okay, so they can sell more ads when more people watch. Positive news does not make people go, oh yeah, oh wow, that's really positive, I want to pay attention to that. No, oh man, oh that is horrible. Oh my God, you know, and that's what more people, the average person is attracted to, is the negative. We got to flip that. You got to flip that. Okay. And when you do, life will become a whole lot better. Let's see. Eugene Dorsey said, you explained in one of your videos about the meaning of the parting of the Red Sea. Able to elaborate on that? Yeah, that's just it's the esoteric language in the Bible. It's hidden coded language. The ideas, a lot of the ideas of the Gospels, especially, are from the ancient Egyptian perspective of the soul and its journey. Okay. So the parting of the Red Sea is when the soul actually incarnates into a physical body. Because what color is our blood? Red. Okay. The children of Jerusalem are actually souls. Okay, is what they're talking about. All right. So Jerusalem is like the shining city, or the mythical city on high. You know, Egypt, the reason why Egypt is looked at as something negative is that Egypt is, in the Bible, is symbolized as a symbol for earth. Okay, Hades and hell. That all that is symbolic ideas for a soul descending into earth. We're already in hell. You can't go there no more. So, but the Red Sea, even the idea of baptism was first about a soul coming into a physical body, because the body is 70% water. Okay. So the baptism is actually the soul descending into the physical body. So they had different ways that they would characterize this idea of the soul incarnating. Okay. Jesus being born in a manger. Actually, it had nothing to do with farm animals. They were talking about our animal self, our ka. So animal aspects of ourself, the soul descending into the physical. So all of these are metaphorical and analogies for the soul's travel or journey into the physical. Okay, we got to look at the body a different way. I'm creating a course right now that's going to actually build a case for the non-historical Jesus. So I'm putting that together, probably about 80 to 90% done. But probably either late this month or early next month, then I'll be putting that course out. So y'all be on the lookout for it. But I'm going to help you guys to build that knowledge, okay? To show you how the ancient Africans would use their symbolism, the mythology, the analogies, numerology, and I'm going to help you to build that case and show you that Jesus is not a historical individual. But I'm not doing that just to say Jesus is not historical. I'm doing it to say, hey, this is what these ideas actually meant, and they are to empower you. Okay, so that's where I'm going with that. All right. So either later this month or early next month, I'll be doing that. Okay. So it's gonna. I'm having fun putting it together, man. I'm telling you. I'm gonna have book references for you guys. I mean, man, it's probably gonna be 50 different books that you'll be able to just grab those books and you'll be able to look this stuff up yourself. All right. So for real. So getting it together. Let's see. Trump. I can't say that name. Trumashin Kinjini. Okay, you tripped me up on that. 42 Laws of Ma'at. Do you feel like it needs to be updated to our modern society, or is it done well enough to withstand time? For me, I'm not a believer in the 42 Laws of Ma'at because it's done. And the reason I say that is because all that I know as a metaphysician and how the universe works, the 42 Laws of Ma'at are all stated from a negative perspective. I will not do this. I will not do that. I shall not steal. I will not do. And the universe does not recognize not, because as soon as you say I will not steal, what you're focused on is stealing something. Okay. So not is not recognized. Your language is not recognized. It's about your focus. So if you're focused on not doing, if you're talking about not doing something, what's in your thought is not doing it. So that means you're automatically focused on it. So I haven't seen in my studies, I haven't seen the where the 42 laws of Ma'at come from. And that's not to say that that they're not real. I'm just saying I don't know if they are, and I don't subscribe to that idea because I know the universe doesn't work with not. Okay, the universe doesn't do not. All right. Did I just mess up? The universe doesn't do not. I don't know. I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. One lost spirit. What's up? What's up? Glad to have you. Glad to have you. So yeah. But anyway, it's all good. Yeah, no, you're right. The Kemetic way of life is an instinctive way of life. Who's that? Shadrach Beowulf. It is instinctive. Definitely. Says, good evening. Can you explain past life karma debts based on metaphysics? The way that we're taught that, BB Ware, is again, it's almost the same as being punished. Okay, we want to have this idea that the good people are going to be rewarded and the bad people are going to be punished. Okay, that's not how it works, because everybody is literally playing a part in our own life drama, so to speak, our own life plays. So if you think of life as a play, you're the producer of that play as the soul. You're the producer, you're the director of that play, okay, of your life play. You need characters to play the bad people in your life drama sometimes, okay? So there are people that you actually contract with in the soul life to play the bad parts of the bad people in your life, and they're not to punish you or anything. It's to help you learn your lesson, your wisdom lesson. Okay, so when you if you need to learn self-love, then maybe you're going to be born to parents that are abusive to you. Okay, they're playing a part in your life, and they're playing a part to help you gain the wisdom to overcome that abuse and love who you are. If you think of yourself as a victim, you probably won't ever overcome that. Okay, but karma and debts and stuff like that, the way that we're taught it is not how it works. We're not if we do reincarnate, say, like let's say the parents might end up reincarnating and come back to abusive parents. Okay, that doesn't mean that they're being punished. It just means that they are balancing it out because they need to be shown how it feels to have been abused, so they gain the wisdom not to do it again. Okay, it's not a punishment, it's not a debt in that sense. It's just You have to work through that cycle and that energetic cycle and dissipate it and assimilate it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, all right. Well, guys, it's 8:09. It's about that time. All right. So we're gonna have to shut it down. And I'm probably, guys, we're probably gonna take off a few weeks for the live. Just need some time off. Okay. And so I'll let y'all know when we're gonna fire it back up. I'll send the flyer on the YouTube channel and the community page, and y'all will see it there. But probably gonna just take a few weeks off and just kind of recharge, recuperate. But I will be getting the class together, and y'all I'll be putting out some blurs about that. If you're on one of my email lists, I'll definitely be putting it on my email list. The African Mind Rewire class, you can actually get on the wait list for that now and sign up for that and do that now. And then when it opens, you'll be notified. But we have all that things coming. So I'll be having some things going. Just taking a little bit of time off from the live right now. Okay. But guys, thank you guys so much for being here again. All you guys that gave, Ra the Creator, sister, you are always here, and I so appreciate you. Voice Shade, my daughter, thank you again so much for being here, guys, and all you guys that have always so supportive of me. I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you so much. So until next time, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Okay. And I will talk at y'all later. All right.